Morning. Oh, not you, mate. Oh, 1 minute. Oh. There he goes. Sorry guys, just come here for a workout and I'm dog's crap in his eyes. Right, train of thought changed. Oh, I gotta stop sitting like that. There you go. Where are we back to? Oh god, yeah. I realised last night, I was like, hold on. Pretty sure I haven't put this down yesterday. Yeah, great work. All right, okay. For our workout and our why, basically just think glutes. All right, now the muscles in your glutes, two main ones to be honest. You know, glute major, glute minor. Basically, they're the strongest muscles in your body, and a lot of this functional training sort of stuff is about trying to train what we call a muted hip, which basically means because of our sort of sedentary sitting life, and basically we don't create the shapes as much as we used to, and we create them in our training. The glutes become turned off, and we kind of become functional at the extremities, and this becomes super weak. So today, it's a real big thing. It goes like, right, I'm really going to start to feel my glutes, okay? So when we go through this, all right, I want that in mind, and this is where we sort of do this. First one, when it comes to the workout prep, okay? Later on, the swings, okay, is only Russian, so it's completely about those hips opening. We'll talk about that in a minute. Lunges is when the leg steps out and there's no leg behind it, so the knee can drop in. That's glute activation a lot more, okay? And then your sit-ups and your mountain climbers for the training, for the fitness for the day, and then we're going to isolate those glutes again at the end. So, I mean, this is brilliant. I mean, I'll do this at the end of my swole session today. I'm not doing anything gassy. I've been fucking awful at the gassy stuff this week. I'm gonna do something fun. I'm just gonna, for me, just do a little bit of lifting, some bicep curls for an hour while I'm watching NFL reruns. No, honest. No, I'm gonna go do the 10k run. 2 rounds, all right. Glute bridges, all right. First thing in there, remember, glute bridge is to create a bridge, and the hips must be higher than your knees to walk over the river. All right, okay. So super high down here. You must feel your glutes. All right. Put your feet together. That may help you. Don't push off your hands. Push off your glutes. Don't stick your ribs out. It means it's all just lower back. All right. You've got to squeeze your bum. If you really struggle with that at the start, make sure that you do a couple of Samson stretches to open up your hips. All right, pushing through the hips to get this open to help you. If you don't like lunges, that will help. Calf raises. All right. Now, calf raises, just with all this sort of running shape and stuff like that. What I want you to do is with the calf raises is off a step. Okay, dropping your heel. Wow, left calf. Jesus. Get on that. No wonder my heel's flaring up. I was doing it the other day. All right, okay. Nice, good. So through there, calf raise. Okay, you stop up, stretch down. Now for me, wow, I'm going to exaggerate that left calf. Left calf, stretch, come up. All right, okay. Get those fired up. Okay, base of support. Okay, get them fired up. Burpee broad jump, mountain climbers, and clamshells. So your burpee broad jumps. Okay. If you can't jump forward, jump up, all right? But the idea is now, on your Russian kettlebell swings in that workout later on, guys, the weight's only coming to here, but we've got to close that hip and open that hip, all right? Now, with that in mind, when you do your burpee jump, I can do that. I'm trying to explode that. Now, so when you jump forwards, can't obviously do it here, as I jump forwards, jump up. If you're going in the garden, jump up and out and almost try and point your toes and reach, and it will start to engage these glutes, which is that last bit of extension through there. Or the same game through here. Jump, all right, squeeze your bum. Squeezing the quads on a vertical jump is a good cue to maybe to get you to hit the glutes, all right? Mountain climbers, all right, so if you were struggling with that glute activation on the first part, you're like, oh, I really didn't like them, all right? When you come into these mountain climbers, okay, really exaggerate that hip, drop the hip to the floor. That will encourage you. Make sure there's no sofa behind me as I jump, bang, and then drop that hip down. Really push that hip into and stretch it out. That's where I get sort of tight. Clamshells, all right, now, it's at the end, it's now at the end of the warm-up. Again, this is a good exercise to try and get like the muscle groups to fire up if you struggle with it, and I know I do, definitely on one side. But these can be interpreted that for your glutes, these are great exercises to do. They're only activation exercises. They should fire it up. It's super important. Then you link those muscles to work in a global unit. So what I mean by that is, it's all good and well, people laying here going, oh yeah, get my arse fired up and stuff like that. That's great. It totally has purpose if they are muted and they're turned off, all right? But if you do nothing else, all right, and then you go, right, I'm going to go pick up like, oh, what the fuck was that? You never trained. See how, was that good acting? Is that ready for my weekend on the BBC? All right. So the fucking BBC contacted me yesterday, just for me standing in the fucking queue. So I want to go on the BBC News weekend show. I don't know about that. All right. Wasn't doing it for fame, just doing it for a laugh for you lot. All right. Okay. It's really important to link that together. But so that said, all right, we'll do a little bit to get some isolation, but we've got the lunges in there to work. Now, imagine this is a wall, or I've stuck a pole all the way through, and the idea is my feet are on top of it. How you doing, Bubba? Come here. Morning. Hello. Wave at everybody. Hello. Yeah. You want a moo-moo? Yeah, jump on there, Bubba. I'll finish up, Bubba. Jump on the sofa, Bubba. And you want it in Marla's bed? What with the TV? Okay, Bubba. I'll come up 1 minute. There you go. Real live. We're live. All right. Okay. All right. So where was I? Pole through here, wall down here. Okay. Lift the knee up and down. All right. Make sure it's lifting from here. Good way to sort of get it to. He's poking it. Just going. Come on. I want you to fire. Oh, straight away. Yeah. Like I want it to fire. And you're almost hitting it. Makes the muscle aware that it wants to do. The trick is that if I imagine this. Try and get some visual aid for you. Okay, this fucking black one, fucking brilliant. Yeah, like there you go. All right, that line, because I can't see it on the camera like that. You see how that? I'm keeping my hips on top of each other. That analogy of a pole. Okay, if I do that, I totally miss. I miss the glute, and it becomes a lower back thing. And I really won't achieve anything out of it. Okay, I'll just be encouraging what I'm not getting. So that's the idea. Super slow, super controlled, like that, and that'll kick on. Diddly diddly dee. All right, so should nice and fired up. Then the workout, 60-minute AMRAP. You'll do the Russian kettlebell swings. Make sure you keep your heels on the ground and drive that weight through the hips. And do your lunges, alternating lunges, forward, backwards, doesn't really matter. But do go forwards and backwards so we can kind of work the glutes. Don't kind of bother with the left and right ones, okay, before. All right, Kaza, commenting on, fucking live video. Apologies for that one, Kaza. Sit-ups, and then in between the set, it's the mountain climbers. In the warm-up, when we did the mountain climbers, I was sort of isolating the sort of hip. I want you to jump on those. Make sure the foot's coming all the way to where your hand is and then going all the way back. That's where there's value. If you're going to these very short little sort of steps, not so good. All right. And then we come back down, and then to finish off, we did the glute bridges in the warm-up. Okay, hopefully hips will be a lot more open. It should feel better. And then those clamshells on the side. If you are in that category and you're like, I'm hitting all of that pull, I've got my foot on top of the foot, this is dead flat, I'm actually using a wall as a little bit of support and I'm not getting it, literally just putting your arm You don't need a lot. Just a little disc. Just put a bottle or something like that. You don't need a lot. You don't have to go a lot. You need to put 20 kilograms. You don't put something super heavy on there. Just put something so little light if you're still really struggling to get it. And then if you're still really struggling, just send me a video. I miss the videos, alright? I miss seeing face-to-face movement, alright? Okay? I'm fucking talking, looking at myself fucking every day. Alright? When I get to the end of the day, I'll get to the video and I see you post out videos. That's the stuff I miss, alright? Okay? I'm a coach before anything else. Alright guys, all those guys that are booked in today, 18, have a great workout. Those regular faces, good stuff. Where's the other guys? Good stuff. Alright. Any birthdays today? None of you fuckers feel your birthdays in anyway, do you? Don't know. Oh, alright mate, just a good fucking grope of your bollocks, have you? Sorry, just walking past. Alright, have a great day. Bye.